not to blow my trumpet, but I was like, I couldn't do any better. If I don't get this audition, if I don't get this part, I'm just not good enough, you know. And then I was going to be pretty disappointed, and I didn't get that part.
Welcome everybody to episode 38 of WatchRoss, the one where we're only filming till 4:30 because Petch has got a play rehearsal. Petch? Why is your play not on here? I mean, who are these people? Macbeth? Whatever. Petch, because you've made us start early, I don't have time for breakfast after the gym. Thus, I think, Costa, porridge, you're paying. If that's my breakfast, Petch, I have had it. Thanks for buying the porridge. Not that you did. I would say he never buys anything, but he did buy me a Magnum and my mum a Magnum just before we started shooting the last vlog, so I'll let him off. Welcome everybody. We're in Costa, obviously. You've seen us in Costa. We're planning our day. And we had some great feedback, right, on the last vlog, episode 37. You guys seem to love the fact that we were getting people on the vlog who watched the vlog for a start, and also a variety of guests. So we had Chris Stone on last week, we had Jack Bell, we had Matt Hall, there was me, Petch, Hop. Lots of variety, I guess. So we want to bring you more of that. If you want to be on the vlog, we said it last week, but please DM us. Social media's up on the screen right now. DM us. Would love to get you on the vlog to promote whatever you are doing. The only prerequisite, Petch, is they buy me a latte, you a cup of tea. That's it. I mean, that's a pretty cheap do for some great promotion. So we're going to try and give you some more guests today as well. We're up against the clock because he's got to go at 4:30 to rehearse his play. I want you to talk about that a little bit in a bit. Let us know how you're getting on with that. And the first guest is due to arrive literally any time. She's been on the vlog in 2 minutes actually, Petch. She's been on the vlog in episode 27, the Grand Ball episode, Once Upon a Smile Grand Ball. Amazing. You will know her from Emmerdale, plays the character Liv Flaherty. Her name is Isobel Steele. Awesome actress, really, really talented. Just 17 years old, has had a shitload of success already. Not just Emmerdale, lots of other stuff. Very talented actress, singer, musician. And I wanted to bring her on because I think a lot of people, particularly who are older in the industry, it might be a little bit bitter and a bit jaded because they haven't had the success they want so far. They write younger people off as look, they're lucky, their dad knows somebody, they've got money or some bullshit like that. And it isn't the case. Isabel has worked her ass off so far, and we can all learn, including myself, from this girl who's just 17 years old. She's small but mighty, like you, Petch. He's shaking his head. He is small but mighty. That porridge was small but mighty. I feel great after that. That's going to be actually the theme for today's vlog, small but mighty. She should be there in 2 seconds, Petch. Drink up, let's go. This is Isobel Steele. Right, Isabel, where are you? That's not her, Petch. Yeah, there you go. I was like, honestly, I was over there. Can't bloody find anybody, do anything. How brown are you? You look very tan. This is the Petch Meister. This is Petch. What do you want? Where do you want to go? What do you want to drink or eat or something?
I'm easy.
I thought you said you're freezing.
No, I'm easy.
No, you're easy. What do you reckon, Petch? Social 7, or should we go with the Lowry? Okay, we're going to flip a coin. You ready? Okay. Head Social 7. This is a first for the vlog where we just can't decide on the venue. Head Social 7, tails Lowry. Yeah? Can you see that? Of course I can.
It's tails.
Tails. Lowry. Do you really want to go Lowry?
that proves the point if it's not what you want.
We just go Lowry.
Okay, fine.
Boom. Petch just ran so fast, Isabel didn't even see him get there. So, Petch, I've had a word with the Lowry. They've said that they won't put on your play. It's too extreme. They said, basically, go and fight your own zombie apocalypse at the King's Arms on the 19th to the 21st of July. Little promo. I think I got the dates right. Right, sat next to me, I have got the best young actor at the Soap Awards 2018, Isobel Steele. Welcome to the vlog. How are you?
I'm doing great, Ross, thanks.
Excellent. That's a good start. So like I say, I wanted to bring Isabel on. So Isabel, I wanted to bring you on, right? Because I was saying before in Costa that I think a lot of people in this industry, well, in life, right, write off younger people because they're like, well, I think they're a bit jealous. You know, if younger people are having success and there's someone in this industry who's a bit older, they're maybe like in their late 30s, 40s, they might have been slogging it out for like 20 years, they're not having the success that they want for whatever reason. They look at people like yourself, 17 years old, winning awards, smashing it on TV, and they just put it down to some bullshit like, oh, it's just luck, she knows someone, she comes from a rich family, her dad's a producer, all this sort of stuff, which is nonsense. Her dad, Phil Steele, massive shout out to you, cuts my hair every 2 weeks. I've had so many updates about your life off Phil. It's amazing. Here's Phil. Isobel Steele's dad and my hairdresser, Phil Steele. Phil, how are you?
Really good, pal. Thank you.
That was Phil. Do you want to give a shout out to your dad?
Hey, Dad.
Nice. There you go. So that's what we want to bring you on. Talk a little bit about your journey to Emmerdale, where you are now, playing Liv. It didn't start off like that, where you just went into a big role. You've kind of really, really worked hard at this for many, many years. Let's just kind of begin. How did you get into all this, and where did it start?
Well, Ross, it never occurred to me that this could be a job. Never occurred to me that this is something that people do. Well, obviously I knew that, but I never thought that I could do it, basically. You know, when you're in primary school and everyone's like, oh, what are you going to do? And I never...
Primary school was about 25 years ago for me.
And only like 10 years ago for me. So, yeah, I never wanted to say I was going to be an actor because it sort of feels so, like, unattainable. It feels like you can never get that. And people are going to be like, oh, she's in Tesco now. Like, you're never going to be an actress. And I didn't want people to take the piss, you know. So I started doing a bit for catalogues. I was eating cereal in one. I was in my PJs for one. I was having a good time. And it was just like...
For commercials?
Yeah, commercials. Or like catalogues. So it'd be like one day at school, buzzing. See you later, kids. Off. Doing a catalogue shoot. I'm a model now.
Nice.
And it sort of just got more serious. Like, I got a few auditions for like little adverts. So it was like catalogues, adverts. I was with like Jason Donovan? Yeah, and Kerry Katona.
So I used to do the voiceovers, I think, for the advert you were going to talk about. So I was the guy at the end who went, and that's why mums go to Iceland.
Oh my God. Ross, that's literally the advert that I was on.
We worked together before we knew each other.
Then I got a few things like Arzu, small parts in that, like BBC's like productions and Red Production. I did like a little short film. And then I got Dumping Ground, and then I got an audition for Emmerdale, and I was like, whoa, this is a big deal. This is like a regular job now. This isn't just a one-time like episode. I went for that audition. I actually had to cry for that audition, you know.
Did you smash it?
I did smash it. I'll be honest, mate. I did smash it. I was so stressed about having to cry that I actually cried out of stress on the audition. And I think it was like 4 like rounds, but this was over like 2 months. And it was like, I didn't want to tell anyone that I was going for Emmerdale in case I got let down. But like every time I went to do an audition, I was like, I've smashed that. Like I did the best I could do.
How do you prepare for auditions? So any kind of like, you obviously were working hard to keep getting called back. What were you doing that was so right?
Well, I knew my lines, which really helped. I knew them. I used to like record on my phone, like the opposite line. Like, you know, if you've got dialogue with two people, I used to like read the opposite line and leave a gap for my line. And then I was like having a conversation myself. That always worked to remember my lines. Yeah, been there, done that. He's an actor, he knows.
Good.
So I used to do that, and I just smashed every audition. I was like, I'm doing so well, like, not to blow my own trumpet, but I was like, I couldn't do any better. If I don't get this audition, if I don't get this part, I'm just not good enough, you know. And then I was going to be pretty disappointed, and I didn't get that part.
So you initially went for Gabby. the role of Gabby. You didn't get that. And I remember being sat having my hair cut from your dad, and he was like, you know, you've been like through round and round and round, you know, really getting your hopes up. Imagine at that point, when I think back to like what I was like at 17, every audition I went for, I was like, this is going to change my life. Oh my God, I can't wait. And then like I'd get down to like the last few and I wouldn't get it either. And it's pretty soul destroying at the time. You're like, right, forget it. You know, even if, is this the right thing for me to do anymore? How do you deal with that kind of rejection? And when ITV were like, oh, well, you know what? Like, don't worry, we'll bear you in mind for other stuff. Did you really believe them? Because obviously they did. They brought you back for Live. But at the time, what were you thinking?
Well, I didn't believe them. I've not been in the acting industry, not been in the industry for that long, so I didn't know that they just would cut you off. So when they said, oh, you know, we've got this other part we might consider you for, blah, blah, and I was like, oh, they're just sugarcoating it, mate. Like, just if you say no, just mean no, and like, let's move on. I'm not acting anymore. I want to be a vet or whatever. Like, I was over it. But no, they said, you know, we're going to bear your mind, and I was like, right, okay. And I was just so let down. Like, I don't know. I mean, you learn from that, and you learn to accept a no and go, okay, well, this isn't for me. But at the time, it's like the first no I'd got, or like one of the first big no's, and I was like, right, whatever. And then they brought me back like the week after for like a Live screen test. I did it with Danny. I can't remember any of it. Like, it's completely been black. Danny talks about it. I can't remember any of it because I was so nervous. But I went for that, and then on the way home, they called me, or they called Mum when I got home, before I got home, and then she told me on the day. So they obviously wanted me for it. And it's funny because so many people auditioned for the Gabby role, but I was the only person who ever auditioned for Live. Like, it wasn't, no one knew that Live was coming into it because it was such a secret, because you know, the auditions went out, so it was just me.
There you go. So it just shows you, right, when people are like, don't worry, we'll bear you in mind, like, they really mean it sometimes. So I think a lot of people, you know, do get bitter, don't get bitter, as we said in the last vlog, get better, okay? If you've been for an audition, you didn't get it, doesn't mean that you aren't going to be right for something else that comes along. So they obviously were like, you're the only person that they kind of wanted for that role. They saved you from the Gabby auditions and went, Liv is going to be, you know, the role we want Isabel for. One screen test is pretty amazing. You mentioned Danny, mutual mate of ours. Massive shout out to Danny Miller. He's a great lad. Been on the vlog twice. Danny, we've got to get you back on again very soon. He seems to have taken you under his wing and, like, you know, he's a really close friend of yours now. He's become a bit of a mentor. What have you learned from the man himself, Mr. Miller, over the last, like, 2.5 years now you've been in it? What are the main takeaways that Danny's taught you?
Danny sort of taught me how to just live that sort of lifestyle of not knowing what you're doing on every day, but also knowing when you're coming to work, you need to know your scripts, you've got your call sheets, you know what you're doing, you know where you are in the story, you know what your character's up to, you know, it's just stuff like that about being prepared, and that is professionalism. That's what the job is, and it's easy to just, you know, swan it. I don't think if I had Danny, I mean, if I didn't have Danny, I don't know what I'll be doing. I think I just sort of swan in and go, oh, well, here I am, I read my lines now. But no, it's sort of, he just sort of drilled into me very young that it's a job and you're getting paid for it and you need to do the best you can every time. Even if it's a scene that you sort of whatever about, it's not a massive, iconic scene. Every scene needs to be taken seriously because it's going to be seen by millions and millions of people. So it needs to be, you need to treat each scene the same and learn your lines and know what you're doing, yeah.
You were nominated for the Best Newcomer. Me and your dad were very excited about that, right? It was like, we spoke about it for a long time. I genuinely, not just saying this because you're on the vlog, was like, she's nailed this, Phil. Because the other newcomers at the time, well, I didn't know all of them, but the other ones that I'd seen that were genuine newcomers in soap, I was like, they're good, but I just thought you had the edge. Your storylines were great. You were working with great other actors as well. It was fantastic. I'm like, you've nailed this.
And the award goes to
Bonnie Langford.
Bonnie won the award for Best Newcomer, and I was like, well, you're not really a newcomer because you've been around ages. You're new to a soap, but you're not a newcomer. And you lost out to Bonnie. I mean, not a bad person to lose out to, but I don't think it was very fair. How did you feel? Have you got over that? Were you a little bit upset about it? How does it work when like the world is watching, you're expecting an award and you don't get it?
That was my first award that I was nominated for. I think I was in the show. I was a fresh newcomer. I mean, 3 months I think I was in the show, or 4 months. So, I mean, it would have been amazing to win, but I also think that it was bad timing for me. My character wasn't established, really. I'd only been in it for 3 months, you know. I went back to work and I was like, right, crack on, and next year, hopefully, be nominated again. I mean, it's great to be nominated. There's like I said, there's 60 cast members in the show, and there's like 10 nominees in the whole of like, you know, the whole show. And to be one of them is sort of an award in itself, is being recognised by the producers and the the writers and so and so, but I think that means sometimes more than winning it. Obviously, winning is great. Got guests on the show. But yeah, being nominated is sometimes better than winning it. But yeah, they agree.
Winning it is always being better than nominated. Let's just be selfish and honest.
Yeah, but they nominate you, so that means that they like what you're doing, and that's about the show, not the judges.
It's always about the winning for us, isn't it, Petch?
And the winner is Isobel Steele.
So a couple of years later, obviously you've just won the Best Young Actor, right? Literally very, very recently. You hung in there. You carried on working hard. What's the moral there then about, not letting one defeat screw you up? I don't know.
You just said it, Ross. Don't let one defeat screw you up. Don't let the no dampen your light. There you go. Said it. Isobel Steele.
Don't let the no dampen your light. So that's good. So let's wrap this up then. Two questions for you now. Imagine if you could go back now and talk to Isabel, who was 14, going for that initial role of Gabby, with like so many hopes and dreams. Obviously, that didn't work out for you, but in hindsight, it's worked out better for you probably. What advice would you go back and give that girl like now that would probably help her out a bit, and that might hopefully help some other people out who watch him?
I think I'd say that everything happens for a reason, Ross. I do believe that. I think, I wasn't meant for the Gabby role. And looking back on it, I'm not the Gabby role. I don't think I fit Gabby. I think Rosie does a much better job than I would have done. I think she's more like the character. I think I'm more like Liv. I'm more like Danny. So I think if they genuinely don't think you're right for the role, but you did a good job, the acting side of it, it's not your fault. People can say no because you've got frizzy hair. It's not always to do with your acting. I did a good job, and I just wasn't right for Gabby, and I agree with that decision. So I think everything happens for a reason. Don't let a no just like make you want to change career, because that's what it did for me. I was like, right, I'm going to be something else. But no, I think just sort of stick with it. If you want to do it, crack on.
There you go, Isobel Steele. If you want to do it, crack on. That's a great quote. Amazing. Last question, right? I don't like saying what's next for people because I think I want to encourage people to live in the present, live in the moment, right? All we have is now. Let's not worry about tomorrow. Let's not regret the past. What is now for you? I know you're massive on music. You want to develop your music career. You're doing that right now. I've seen some stuff on Instagram where you're smashing like the music. You're very talented, ridiculously talented family, like stupidly so. What is now for you?
Now for me is just enjoying work. I've got a bit of time off in the summer, but I'm busy again, and I'm probably going to get a storyline, which is great. So yeah, crack on with work, and hopefully, I'm doing a bit of music stuff. I'm sort of collecting songs that I've written and sort of going to the studio. I've got a friend in a Manchester studio, HQ Studios. Shout out to Mike Vindershee. No, but he's a good friend of my dad's, and he sort of produces some songs. So he's doing mine at the moment. I'm getting a collection together, hopefully, due to be released in the near future. I'm not going to give a date. I don't know a date. It could be any time. Something could go wrong. But yeah, music and enjoying work, yeah.
Excellent work. I like the way you're starting to play everything. Going to just do a little bit of that. Do keep an eye out on Izzy's Instagram and social media. What's your Instagram handle? Can you remember off the top of your head?
It's Isobel Steele with an extra E. So people spell my name wrong. It's not Steele. It's Steele with an extra E.
Spell it.
Okay. Isobel Steele.
Yeah, I want to bring you on, like I say, because I think people just put a lot of stuff down to luck. And if there are any elements of this story that are lucky, because luck comes into it at some point, okay, you've got to be prepared to take the opportunity. But, don't write off the fact that you could have that luck. You just got to hang in the game long enough. Isabel did not drop out after that first audition where she got a no. And a lot of people do want to do that. Every single day, people drop out. So people will have given up this morning. So by default, if you hang in there and you are still in the game, you've already won basically, because you ain't quitting. So Isabel, thank you for being here. I'll see your dad on Friday. Shout out to Phil. I'm going to get my hair cut on Friday. Anything to say to him, or we'll wrap it up?
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Phil.
Actually, bye, Dad.
Oh, yeah. Oh, catching some rays for a few minutes, Petch. Lucy, let us know when you're here. Oh, Lucy's here! Lucy, I was going to come into the frame. Lucy's here. I'm just catching some rays.
Do I have to lie down as well?
Why don't you come and catch some rays with me for 5 minutes? You might as well. This is a social challenge for you. Are you afraid?
Security coming.
Well, it's all right. We've got a permit. They don't mind us. They don't mind us lying down. We're only lying. We've got a permit. We're just having a bit of catching some rays. Is that all right? All right. That's a pile. It's not a pile-on kind of moment. Chili in Coca-Cola.
50p off. Local stores for you as well.
Petch, we've had this on the vlog before. I just remembered.
I recommended it to you.
Yeah, we had a bottle of it. Oh, do you know what? I'm sold already. Let's see the Diet Coke thing.
Got to take the top off now.
Not taking my top off. Definitely not. Not in Media City. Well, mate, you know what? Who knows? It's WatchRoss. It's freaking WatchRoss.
This is it. Like, if someone had spoken to me in 2016 before I came back into acting,
Yeah.
and said, this time next year, you're going to produce a short film that's going to win an award,
Yep.
going to win 2 awards, you're going to win Best Actress Award, and oh, by the way, your first TV job back would be on Coronation Street.
Yeah.
I would have laughed in the face
Yep.
because to me, I didn't think that would ever have been.
What's that done to your belief in your own potential?
That you can do whatever you want to.
So what's the next thing you want to do?
I'm trying not to be as specific, but
Let's be specific. This is going to be good for you. Let's be real. We need to visualize this right now.
Yeah.
In order to make this happen quickly, right? You've got to like actually see it so clearly. The first step, like I said last night on the broadcast, to achieving anything is clarity. If you know what you want,
there's quite a few things.
you're
I want.
way more likely to figure out like a route to
There's quite a
getting
few.
it.
If I'm allowed a few.
You're allowed a few. What are the
So
what are
I
the
want
things
to-
you want right now?
I want to do Casualty.
Right, brilliant. I mean that's super specific. Great. And I've just done that. I can help you with
I
that.
know. I would like to go back to Coronation Street one day.
It's only there. We can go in a minute.
And probably go back to Doctors as well because I
Yeah,
love the character.
Doctors is great.
Yeah, I love the character that I played, and hopefully she could be back one day
Yep.
soon.
Yep.
Fingers crossed. And a feature film
Yep.
and a drama, TV drama, like a prime time drama.
Right,
Those
okay.
are my 5.
So let's have a look. So the things that will make those other things easier. So the hardest thing is probably going to be the feature and the primetime drama.
Yes.
Right. So we go right. Okay. You know what? To get me some leverage and working regularly, the easiest access, you know, of those things are the Casualty. Right. For me, you should definitely focus. The first thing should be Casualty because it's seen as slightly different to the other soaps because it's more of a drama than a soap. It's a bit more dramatic, you know, it's less everyday life and a bit more heightened drama. It's going to give you a completely different experience to working on a soap because of those storylines. And we know who casts it.
Yeah.
And you've got stuff to show them already. So this girl yesterday who was saying I've written 100 emails in the last month.
Yeah.
Then that's fantastic, that's massive action, but there's a difference between massive action and specific action. If you want to be on Casualty and you send 100 emails to someone who doesn't cast Casualty, then that's massive action, but it's pointless.
Yeah.
Because that person you're writing to can't give you an audition for Casualty. You write to Gemma or Roland, they can give you an audition for Casualty.
Yeah.
Have you been in touch with them recently?
Fairly recently, and I've also got in touch with directors directly.
Yeah.
Because I feel that's actually quite a good way in for me at the moment.
It definitely is. And also, you're utilising LinkedIn?
Yes.
Right, good. Because all the directors you will find are on LinkedIn. I've been hitting up a lot of producers at Channel 4 this week for presenting, and I found them all on LinkedIn. And when you're linking in with people, like I said last night, make sure you send a private message, like a note with the link in. Otherwise, they just get that generic request, which is like, Lucy would like to link in. And you go, I don't know who Lucy is and I have no idea, delete. Whereas if you go, hey, Dave, it's Lucy, would love to link in with you. I'm an actress, I've just worked on Doctors, want to get into Casualty. Noticed you've worked on it recently. Just wanted to drop my stuff over in case there's anything coming up.
Brilliant.
That's exactly what I do. You've just got to keep taking specific action though. Massive action, but massive specific action makes a big difference. got the bruise, Petch. Let's go. Petch, this is the second time you've been on Balcony Brews. We're not on a balcony, but we have got a brew. Cheers. Give people a little bit of an update on what's been happening with how to survive a zombie apocalypse since the last time you were on Balcony Brews.
Oh, mate, suddenly I just got real. Real. We are on next week, or this week as the vlog goes out. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the 19th to the 21st of July, we are on. It's at the King's Arms in Salford, 7 o'clock on the Thursday and Friday, 2 o'clock on the Saturday. Guys, come down. You're in for a treat.
You are in for a treat because I'm featuring in the play now. I did a voiceover for Petch the other day. He begged me. You've asked people to come watch your play, therefore you're asking for something. I want you to give them something in return. What lessons have you learned?
What lessons have I learned? I've learned don't ask Ross for anything because he just boasts about it. Not gonna lie, Ross, I went to everybody at Timpo first before you and they all said no. They were too busy. No, seriously, I've learned that when you're putting on your own play, when you're producing your own film, as Lucy said earlier, she did it for Pretty, there's going to be times where you feel overwhelmed.
See how no one's bothered about walking past the camera?
It's not a care in the world.
Carry on.
Yeah, there are times when you're going to feel overwhelmed. There's times where you're going to feel stressed.
Yep.
Times where you just gonna pack it all in and quit. And I know I've had this conversation before. I was like, that's it. Don't bother. I'm out. But you've just got to keep on keeping on. You've got to see it through, and you've got to talk to your friends and family about it, and just unload on them because you become really close to this. It's your baby. You want the best for it, and you can become too precious with decisions about things that are happening, and other people can just take a step back and see it for what it is and just go, at the end of the day, no one's going to die. So just carry on. Everything's going to be fine.
Yeah, perspective. You know what it all comes down to, what so many people don't want to do because they think it's a vulnerability, is ask for help. Just ask, seriously, in life, in anything, you get stuff done way easier with the help of other people. A problem shared is a problem halved, Petch. Also, Petch, what I will do for you now, just before we wrap up, is Petch has been learning some editing skills. He's created a little 1-minute trailer for his play. Let's play it, Petch. Do the finger click.
Hey, you've just caught me making my lunch, but this should give me enough time to promote a play that I've just come across. This year, as part of the Greater Manchester Fringe Festival, Northern Productions are putting on a piece of brand new writing by Jonathan Hall. It's directed by Andy Pilkington and it's called How to Survive a Zombie Apocalypse. Let's meet Mark, a 29-year-old climbing instructor from Yorkshire. He's played by Lee Petcher, and Phil, a 52-year-old primary deputy headmaster, played by the talented Tobias Christopher. When Phil's school visits Mark's climbing centre, the pair spark up an unlikely friendship due to their love of zombie films, Star Trek, and all things sci-fi. But as the story continues, the lines of friendship, however, become blurred. Now don't get me wrong, guys, this play isn't just an ordinary LGBT love story. There's so much more to it than that. It's a totally different spin on the whole zombie oeuvre. How to Survive a Zombie Apocalypse is being performed at the King's Arms pub in Salford. Oh yeah, that spin that I was telling you about, the zombies, they aren't real. They're just metaphors. Northern Productions would like to state that no actual zombies were brought back to life in the making of this production.
There it was. That's not bad, that, mate. There's a lot crammed into a 60-seconder there.
Cheers, thanks for that. Obviously I've taken everything that you've taught me about editing, thrown that in there, and everything that you taught me about voiceover. Completely forgot all that and did what I wanted to do anyway. But yeah, no, cheers for that.
It's all right. It's all about supporting other actors, isn't it? That's what Chris Stone said last week. All about supporting other actors. I will give a shout out as well. If you're an actor and you do need help, or you do need support, come to actonthis.tv. Join the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/actonthistv. There's 9,000 actors in that group now, ready to help you. Petch, have you posted in there about coming to see your play?
Not recently. I'll be doing that after we talk now. But back on that, what you were just saying there, I want to thank you for setting up that community. It's through that community where I originally met you at that networking event back in Surviving Actors all those many years ago. But it's such a wonderful, vibrant and positive actors community. Not like some other actors communities out there on Facebook where it can be quite negative. Yep. Yeah, but Act On This, it's just full of positivity and everybody supports everybody. I know that. And I know that everybody in the group and who turns up to the meetings, they're going to come to the play, and if they don't come, I know that I'll receive message upon message wishing me support and well and wanting to know how I get on. So thank you to everybody in that group.
Appreciate it. I put the group together, but I haven't been the one who's actually kind of like created, built it into what it is. You lot have done that, so thank you for being a part of it. So we'll wrap it up there, Petch. Thanks for being on Balcony Brews yet again. Good luck with the play. We're going to come down and vlog a little bit of the play. That'll be interesting. I'm going to be in charge of the camera. God knows what we're going to shoot. Luce, how about... Luce, I don't mean you loose. I mean like Lucy. Loose women. Come round here for the little outro. There you go. I'm so paranoid when that camera's left on its own. Get in the middle. Oh, you can't really, can you, Lucy? Yeah, like that. There you go. You know the catchphrase, don't you?
Yes.
So thank you very much for watching episode 38 of the vlog. Can't believe it. 39 will be online next week. Do come back. It's older than you.
It's older than me. It's older than you.
Older than me?
It's older than all of us. Well, if it was in years. But yeah, do come back next week. Watch episode 39 of the vlog. We might have Hop on it. Who knows? Don't know what he's up to. Had a very interesting business idea last night that he rang me with. We'll tell you about that next week. And I hope this has been useful for you. Small but mighty. This might be a shorter vlog than previous ones. Or actually, if I keep all of Isabel's thing in, it could even be longer. We chatted for a long, long time. But until then, let us know if we do anything for you. Social media is up on screen right now. We might see you at Petch's play. If not, we'll see you somewhere else. Thank you so much. In 3, 2, 1. Bye for now.
All the small things, true care, truth brings, I'll take.
Thank you so much for watching this episode. It really would mean the world to me if you would leave a comment telling me what you enjoyed and what you would like to see more of next time. If you want to catch more episodes, head over to facebook.com/WatchRoss or youtube.com/WatchRoss. Make sure you subscribe and turn your notifications on. I'll be back real soon. Bye for now. I'm going to tell you a story about my mum. My mum had a spoon in her mouth, right, because she was eating like the bottom of a hot chocolate drink, like quite a thick hot chocolate drink. And she put the spoon in her mouth and it got stuck between her two front teeth. And she came upstairs, all I heard was my mum come upstairs going, Mum. I was like, what is going on? Like, what's happened here? She has a sort of stroke or something. She can't speak. I'm spitting everywhere. Apologies. I'm very uncouth today. And yeah, she jammed the spoon in between her front teeth. I had to like ram her teeth back into her jaw, like get the spoon out. Sorry, Mum. Right, we're in costume.